Hello guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we're going to be covering the American Express Business Gold Card. So for the annual fee, it is a nice $375, and the standard sign-up bonus is 70,000 points after 10,000 spent in the first 3 months. I say standard because pretty often it's easy to find an offer for 125,000, 130, 150,000 points with the same amount of spend in the same amount of time. So for earnings rates, this card is geared towards being inflexible in what your business is spending in a month. It will have 4 points per dollar spend category, which you'll receive each statement period for the top 2 spending between the following categories: electronic goods retailers and software, and cloud system providers, wireless telephone charges, transit purchases, US media advertising, restaurants, and then gas stations. So to sum it up, the top 2 in those categories will earn 4 points per dollar in the closing statement period, while the others will earn 1 point per dollar, and it also has a $150,000 limit on the 4x earnings. You'll also earn 3 points per dollar on prepaid hotels and flights within the Amex travel portal, and 1 point per dollar spent everywhere else. So what are the benefits of this card? Well, to start off, you'll get a $12.95 credit for Walmart Plus each month. You'll get a $20 monthly flexible business credit that can be used at FedEx, Grubhub, and office supply stores. You'll also get no foreign transaction fees, access to the hotels collection, cell phone protection, and access to some of the Amex business products. So besides paying the $375 a year for the 4X categories, what else would be a reason for having this card? Well, this card has 2 monthly credits. The first is a Walmart Plus, $12.95 for a total of $155 per year. I'll go ahead and mark it down because I'm in a giving mood today, but I don't think it's a great benefit. Considering if you are spending $10,000 in 3 months to get the sign-up bonus, I'm not sure how often you are shopping in Walmart to where that credit's worth it. Obviously it has its place, but I think it's not an Amex credit, if you know what I mean. Next is a $20 flexible business credit. This one is much easier to use with Grubhub being the backstop, so put the $240 back in your pocket. So go ahead and subtract that $240 from the total, and you'll get a $20 plus in value for holding the card each year if you use that each credit. If you don't use the Walmart Plus, add back $155, and then you're paying $135 to get those 4 points multipliers. Moving on to redemptions. So for today's redemptions, we're going to assume you have around 200,000 points, since you probably got the 150,000 point sign-up bonus and some multiplier spend. For this first redemption, we're going to transfer points over to Emirates for a first-class booking from Orlando to Dubai. This is a direct flight for 163,000 miles and $839. It's a lot of points and taxes and fees, but that's because the cash price of this ticket is over $15,000. This is absolutely a great redemption in terms of checking something off your bucket list, but it's not a necessary redemption. You can usually get business class for about 20 to 50,000 points less, and it's a similar experience, but for a bucket list redemption, this is the best, right? Also, when you're calculating the 7-point value by subtracting the taxes and fees from the cash cost and dividing by the points amount, you'll get an 8.7 cent per point value, which is pretty good. Now for the second redemption, we're going to show you another first-class redemption to the UAE, but this time we're going to be flying Etihad to Abu Dhabi. This would be another luxury bucket list experience, this time from JFK for 160,000 miles and $544. This is opposed to paying around $8,500 in cash, and this would only give you a cent per point value of 4.95 cents per point, but that's still excellent and a cheaper way to use the same amount of points but with less taxes and fees. Lastly, we're going to keep with this theme of going from the USA to the Arabian Peninsula and get a one-way business class ticket from Montreal to Doha, Qatar, and the Q Suites. To do this, we're going to transfer points over to Qatar Avios, and it's specifically a 70,000 points is the lowest amount of points you can get for these Q Suites, and this is opposed to the $6,400 price tag when you convert the Canadian dollars to US dollars. When adding in about the $256 in taxes and fees for this award flight, you'll get a nice 8.78 cents per point value. So what are my thoughts on this card? Well, I think the sign-up bonus is great and can be an easy way for you to get 6 figures in points really quickly. The earnings rates are also great, but for those whose businesses would make sense using them. For paying $375 a year, not so great. Again, this depends on how much you're spending in those 4X categories. If you do not count the 2 coupon book style credits, you need to spend $9,375 in a year to get the 4 points per dollar categories in order to get the $375 worth of points valued at 1 cent per piece. So in order to pretty much cancel out the annual fee, you need to spend pretty much $10,000 a year already. Sure, at that point, if you not use the credits, you are starting to make out, but that's a lot of spend to get there, especially if your business doesn't have it. Not to mention, you're gonna get capped out at $150,000 in spend or 600,000 points at 4x. So if you spend more than that with your business spend, it may be better to look at another card or even get 2 of these cards. Either way, I do think this card is more geared towards those with higher spend in those specific categories. Anyone that can spend enough to offset the annual fee with the points earned and not the credits should think about adding this card. And anyone that can spend a lot more definitely should get this card. And if you cannot spend that $9,375 in a year in those categories, you are never achieving break even through just points and are pretty much losing money. So I would not recommend it for those people. But with that being said, what do you think? Do you have the Amex Business Gold? Do you like the revamp they did last year? Is Amex starting to get too overpriced with their annual fees? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you hit that like and subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.